I'm going now. Who wants to do the intro? Me or you?
Um, I can do the intro.
Sure, go ahead.
Just let me know when.
No, I'm already recording, so go ahead.
What's going on, guys? Brettibus here, and I am here with Mence, and this week we'll be bringing you the UPA Week 3 D League,
Trash
but
plays
live
of the
though.
week. Trash plays of the week.
Basically, you're all shit if you made it on this list, and I hate all of you.
Believe me, man. We have some juicy stuff. Number one, oof, gonna be spicy.
All right.
So,
Hey,
number
good
one,
bit of
I
our
mean
stuff.
number five. So, I'll start off, I guess. So this is number 5, Evader versus Jackaneth, or whatever. I don't know how you pronounce those names. This was actually a pretty good game, surprisingly enough. Like D-League, pretty shit, but dang, pretty
Agreed.
good game. But this turn was just very borderline retarded on Evader's side. As you're gonna see here, it's sending the lure against a Victini. We're currently on turn 8. Sending the lure. We don't know its item yet, so obviously Evader thinks it's probably gonna be Scarf. So he makes the define play into the Crobat, kind of a Shadow Ball. And this will definitely reveal to be Specs, because he goes 45 as does 97. Now any player knows without calculating that this is 100% Specs. Like, let's be real here. Scarf doesn't do that. Scarf doesn't do that much, like nearly as much. So instead of killing a lure here, which at this point Crobat does pretty much nothing. Like, it doesn't beat Wow, it doesn't beat Zygarde, doesn't beat Slowking, doesn't beat Nandigo, and also doesn't beat Ninetales. So just ready for the next play. But no, why should he? Am I right? So instead he goes into his counter, which is clearly one of his win conditions, and takes 53 for no apparent reason. Just why?
And
but why
even
though?
just to piggyback off of that, my main problem is his decision to go into Crobat into the first place. Granted, it was the least important member of his team, right?
Yeah.
But it could have come in handy later on because it was pretty much faster than the remainder of Jackie Nev's team, I believe. And it could have provided some decent chip, or at least...
You're cutting off. Boy, you're cutting off, man. We have some difficulties here with the voice. Brett is cutting off. We can't hear you. Wait, leave the call and then rejoin, because I cannot hear you. Says hello. Professionally at his best, right here. Brett? We can't hear shit. So, Brett is dead. His mic keeps cutting off, apparently, so if that's the case, then I might as well continue, I suppose. Man, this is so shit. Brett, we can't hear you. Can you even hear me? I don't even know at this point. What a great way to start this video.
There you go.
Yeah, there you are. Nice.
I couldn't hear you for a good, minute.
Same, and I was kind of talking about it, but okay.
We can just edit that out, right?
No, I'm not going to.
You want to start over?
No. We're just gonna continue. Make Ice mad.
Alright, fuck it. This D-League is shit, and so will this video.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
number 5, anything else to add?
No, that's
Who
pretty
won the
much
game,
it.
actually?
Just
Who won the game? I have no clue who won the game. Now I'm
who
curious.
did win the game.
I think Evader won with Keldeo, but I could be wrong.
But the thing is,
Who won?
did you hear me talk about how confused I was at the initial switch into
No.
Crobat?
Not really.
So basically what I said, Crobat really confused me. Granted, it's least important on your team, but it was
Yeah,
faster
we heard
than the
that.
remainder of Jackie
that.
Nev's team, right?
Yeah.
It could have provided some useful chip later on, or even a sack later on, but instead, you just switch it in on what you fear to be Scarf. Even if you fear him to be Scarf, it's pretty obvious that you'd think he'd go for Shadow Ball, so he had no reason to not go for Fire Blast, in my opinion. So I think you should have stayed in and gone for Psyshock, killed the Chandelure. A lot of your problems would have been solved right there.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. So, in the end, actually Jackaneth was Zygarde, so I was wrong. So,
Oh, right. I remember that. He kind of
It
cleaned
is
with
unique.
Tectonic Rage.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So, number 4 is... oh
That
yeah,
was
this
number
is
4.
John W. I mean,
Here,
yeah,
I got
John W. against Dougal. This game was...
Here we go.
see,
Here.
I was debating, or we were debating putting it at number 3 because it was kind of a shit fest, honestly, on Dougal's end. So
Honestly, it
just
was.
turn 1, just no con on turn 1. Torn versus Rachi. Now this is where things go wrong immediately for Dougal's end. He makes 2 bad plays in 1 turn. How is it even possible? He makes 2 misplays in 1 turn. First of all, Rachi as a lead kind of screams Scarf or Rocks, usually.
Right.
But like,
Easily.
might just be me. And when you see your opponent has like a pretty offensive team, and a Weavile especially, you're kind of thinking, that's probably going to be a Scarf Jirachi, because Scarf Jirachi beats Weavile 1v1 always. So
Right.
I'm thinking it's probably Scarf, so Iron, it's pretty free. But no, instead of risking his Tornadus, instead of not risking his Tornadus, he clicks U-turn. First of all, it pays off, so good on him. But then he brings in his Psychic Resist in Nidoking, and gets one-shotted. So just beautiful.
And what I gotta add on to that, he made a series of questionable, borderline, retarded plays in the beginning.
Those are gonna be up next.
That led us to turn 9.
Turn 2, also nice. So
turn 2,
9,
but
yeah.
turn 9 was really what took the cake for me.
So Mien shot,
Dougal either did not have or did not use Bullet Punch on a weakened Togekiss and allowed it to be killed by a flamethrower. Now, sure, in hindsight, okay, you're trying to play the choke, you're trying to set up U-turn, whatever. But when you're already down so much, do you really have the liberty to make those kinds of plays? You're trying to save differential here. You should have just gone straight up for the Bullet Punch, killed the Togekiss. Even if you didn't have Bullet Punch, that just means you prepped shit in the first place. So you should have learned how to prep. You should go back to How to Prep 101, learn how to, and just honestly get good.
Shots are getting fired here clearly. Now, I don't think this play was as bad as Brett describes it. I think turn 1 was pretty shit, but this one I can somewhat defend. Obviously, he's in the back. He has to he obviously has to get momentum back. Rotomate is still at full HP and is a counter basically. So at that point it was kind of his only hope to get back in the game. So I can understand it, but obviously it didn't work out. So still not in.
Like I said, it's an
ever.
understandable play, but even though I understand it, it doesn't mean it wasn't shit.
Okay, that's fair enough. So were there any other things? I think there were, but I don't know. Pretty much the entire game was pretty.
Dougal got wrecked by John.
Yeah,
it was a 6-0, I believe.
Yeah. I haven't seen such a smacking in a long time. So.
So number 3
turn,
here.
Yeah. Also shout out final turn to John.
Of course.
Picking low kick or whatever, and sort of okay. Number 3.
Yeah, at that point you figured you should probably at least try and get a kill, but.
Yeah. All right, coming in at the number 3 spot. Brett, do you want to take it, or should I take it again?
Of course. Here we have 2 plays from Yost versus...
No. That's number 2. Number 3 is the Galvantula play. Do you know
you're correct. Take it away.
Oh, I should take it? Okay, sure. So this is Blitz versus Turk. Probably the best game, I think, in the week. I feel at least.
I'd agree. It was the most fun to watch.
Yeah, but there was one turn which... I don't know. So it is. We're currently on turn 6. Nidoqueen, Fire Punch. Nidoqueen has Fire Punch to Klefki, ends up being a Scarf Nidoqueen. So what happens here? Instead of Blitz going into, for example, Hoopa on the Nidoqueen, which pressured immediately by step, he brings in the 1-mon, which Nidoqueen completely counters in Galvantula. Not only that, just to set up webs when your opponent still has a full health Skarmory and a Torn T in the back, one of which definitely has default considering your opponent has webs. So let's be real here. And instead of going Hoopa or even Zard potentially, he brings in his Galvantula, gets Fire Punch to the face. So Sash broken, which is bad because that gave him that means he doesn't have a sack to Mega Medi, for example. And can't take a free hit. This Galvantula was still super useful for Skarm, for Gramble, for Mega Medi still, even for Torn, because it lived 1 hit guaranteed because of its Sash.
It could have dealt with a lot of the pressures put on his team. However, he went to go for the webs when really it was stupid, in my opinion.
It made no sense. Which actually,
but why though?
They did get defucked in like a couple turns afterwards, so yeah.
So like,
But why
good
though?
job sacking your Galvantula for nothing. I hope you're really proud.
In the end, I think Turk did win. So yeah.
I believe so.
Let's skip 2 turns. I think. Yeah, Turk played a
just
Snorlax.
skip the end.
Also, Turk, you played your Snorlax way too safe. Come on now.
Oh, that's true. But I didn't think that was necessarily a bad thing, considering how Blitz was playing.
Yeah, I agree. So Turk did win. Good on him. And now number 2. Unfortunately, Joost, I didn't want to do this to you, my good pal.
But I did.
Brett really had something to say to you. And I don't, Joost, I still love you, but here we go. Brett, take it away.
Two series of plays made me want to strangle you and slap you and tell you to get a hold of yourself.
Whoa.
Starting off, the opening 4 turns of the game when you sacked Bronzong. Okay, fair enough, you want to get rocks up early, makes sense. But you stay in after a Shadow Ball plus a Spadef drop, and you lose such an important check to Mega Latios, your only defensive check to Mega Latios. And that was just really made me, huh? Especially when you don't have anything that comfortably switches in on Mega Latios but Bronzong. You essentially traded your only defensive check, I understand Mega Absol offensively checks, to kill a Roserade, which you handle with nearly your whole team. And that was the first play that just really made me cringe.
I have to agree, unfortunately, Joost. But the second play is, okay, this is obviously probably one of the most controversial plays of the week, probably, and one of the most highlighted plays of the week. It is the 900% accuracy drill run miss on the road right now. I'm gonna hate to do this, Joost, but this wasn't a good play. Obviously, yes, you know, you pretty much always killed, but Mega Absol was always the play there, and here's why.
Right.
First of all, you get the Mega Evolution off. First of all, it's always a plus. Knockoff was super free at that point. Tarak, which was probably going to be Scarfed. So let's say you went Tarak there on your knockoff, well, then your Scarf is gone, obviously. So, and even if you didn't do that, and you go right and you went Tarak afterwards, you still had a full health Mew, which completely walls Tarakion if it's Scarfed. So, and even like, it was like SD, for example, you had to be afraid of the superpower, for example. And Mew probably had Psychic, I don't know. Or it was at least, so. Unfortunately, like, I don't think it was like a terrible play to go Lycanroc, but it was definitely not your best play, unfortunately.
But especially when you couple that, okay, you tried to make a play with Drill Run, you literally, in my opinion, you didn't really have a reason to. I understand you were trying to predict and everything, but you gotta know in Pokemon, 95% accurate is like 50% accurate. Like, honestly, you need to learn the situation, and I honestly think you should have just gone for another move, guarantee the kill, because what you ended up doing was missing and allowing Roserade to gain back a lot of health, which you had sacked your Bronzong to get off. And it was caused by a misplay of not bringing in Mega Absol. So it was a misplay upon a misplay.
And then unfortunately, after that, after that horrible miss, instead of going Absol again and still killing it with knockoff, you go Coco, which on Joost, it was pretty obvious he was going to be Coco. Let's be real here. Like,
it was the only logical item other than maybe the Psychic Fairy.
From you, I suppose, but I think Coco
but the Koba Berry was more than likely.
Exactly, so it's again, same thing applies here, but unfortunate, very unfortunate. And then Coberry lives, and then goodbye. So it was pretty painful.
Roserade picking up, what was that, like 4 kills, 3 kills?
It got 3 kills in 6 turns.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
All right.
But now number 1. Now you can see it's Troy versus Jay. Now this isn't even a play, right? This is the whole game. The whole game is number 1.
Both people should feel ashamed.
This game was actually retarded, like on both ends. Like almost every single turn was a misplay on one player's behalf. It was it was so funny and so weird to watch. So this is this will be a shit fest. So
wanted to ram my head into my wall several times, especially turns 8 through 11. but I'm sure we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, let's kind of go for the entire game because like the whole game was a bad play pretty much. So
It really was.
play 1, Hydreigon versus Silvally. First misplay or like first questionable thing. Why in the hell do you have a Silvally ground?
It does nothing.
What does it add to your team? Like
It
doesn't
adds
get rocks.
literally nothing. You would have been better off going with a different Silvally. Literally almost any other Silvally.
Now I would assume he had it for a mount that Jay didn't bring. Probably an electric type. I don't know which one it was, but it's still a Crook and Mega Venu and Latios, all which are electric checks. Like rock resist, you have Crook and and Quag. So like you brought 3 ground types to a game. Like Silvally, what does it do? It does absolute jack shit. So that was the first. But why though? So moving on. Turn he taunts, parting shot in a good play on JP and he's putting off fast. Dark pulses on the Ice Beam. Yeah, so yeah, this so far not as bad. The crit obviously. Roost. Yeah, so more shit, and then Taunt drives off. I think he makes a good play and Toxic on the Gallade. So this is where my biggest concern and my biggest trigger thing happens.
Take it away.
So it's Gallade versus Silvally ground, right? So Jay makes a good play. He SDs, and then Troy makes what I feel is like one of the weirdest I have ever seen in my entire life. So
really,
keep in mind this guy made top 8 in March Madness. Just saying, I'm sorry, Troy, but I have to say it. So first of all, his Crook, which he will go into here, ends up being Tappleberry. So let's say Jay just CC'd here on a Crook. His Tappleberry will be gone obviously, and Eden, and in the second turn, it got killed by another one. So why? But then even then, he went for SD, got the +1, and then still O-code for Tappleberry for the berries.
Because it is a Mega Gallade, let's be honest.
And it was offensive Crook probably. So like
+1 Mega Gallade,
2
that's
CCs,
gonna run through.
Yeah, 2 CC killed Crook, a +1 CC also killed Crook. So why go Crook? I don't know. You have a Quag on your team, which does a lot better versus
Even
Gallade.
Latios.
And you also and a Selly. Like Crook was literally the last thing after Mega Venu to bring in here. But you know what? Why lose Intimidator for things like Lando T, right? So, and one of your better answers to Toxapex. So, yeah, nice go. But actually, this is where things take a turn. So, the start is all in Jay's favor, but he just manages to choke it away.
Here we go.
Turn afterwards, it goes wrong instantly. Glade Force Latios. He has a Clefable on his team. He has a full health Clef and even a Galvatel. Instead of preserving their Glade, which is still super useful for Mega Venu and like late game to set up things like the Silvally ground, for example, you can literally win the game late game.
I would love to take it from here, Mence.
Go on.
So now, here is where I lay into Jay for being a complete moron.
I don't think it has even happened yet. Because what actually happens here is instead of
here we go.
Going Clef,
okay.
For Shadow Sneak.
Galvatel versus Latios.
So
probably the most retarded series of plays I have ever seen.
Keep in mind.
Okay.
Keep in mind, he still had a Clef in the back. Just saying.
He did still have a Clef in the back while all this was going on.
Full HP.
Okay, sure. I get why he would taunt after Latios revealed the Calm Mind. You let him roost up, and you continue to use Psychic. Like, why? If that was your only attacking move, you're a complete shit pepper, and you need to get good really fucking quick. Otherwise, you're going to get eaten alive. B. If you had more attacking moves, why were you being an idiot and clicking Psychic repeatedly against a +1 Latios? And C. You had a damn Clefable. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Obviously,
like, I'm just sitting there like, but why?
Because Latios obviously couldn't be switched out because of some Shadow Attack, so even if
he had no reason to not keep clicking Calm Mind Roost.
Yeah, I suppose he thought that Latios was like Scarf or Specs or whatever, but and not Roost. But
even so, when he revealed Calm Mind, you knew he wasn't.
I was thinking,
and then he continued to click Psychic after that.
I was thinking that Signal Beam was in the cover Crook and Latios, and like T-Wave for example, like Taunt and But no, he ends up being mono psychic. I don't know.
Which is stupid, especially when you take into account the different resists he has.
Gothitelle isn't hard to use, man. Come on. How to rape it 101.
Gothitelle is the most basic mon. It's like how to draft 101.
And then, believe me, guys, it gets worse. Instead of going to his full health clef, he brings in the Latios counter, the psychic resist, Toxapex.
The best in the game.
And clicks Haze.
To be fair, I understand the Haze play.
Yeah, of course. But like, he still had a full health
stacking
clef.
Toxapex?
He still had a clef in the back. Jesus. So, yeah.
Clefable's riding the pine.
Peck's dead. And then I think he finally goes clef after like 15 turns. And then, so the only explanation I have for him not going clef is him not having Moonblast.
Or
the only thing, because
if he's offensive clef.
No,
because if you look at the damage he's doing, and especially because he has Fire Blast, which he reveals later on, he very well may have been offensive.
He definitely is life orb. The thing is, Latios was still at neutral when he got Gallade. So like a full health clef versus a non-boosted Latios. That's just, you know, free hit. No.
But if you didn't have Moonblast, what are you doing?
Well, how does he know that Clefable doesn't have Moonblast?
Right.
So that's the thing. So he finally goes clef after 15 turns. Sidecase, because I don't think he even had Moonblast at that point. Then I Fire Blast.
I don't think he did either. Otherwise, it would have been an early switch.
But like, if that's the case, like, Dash is pretty much retarded. Like, honestly, that means
pretty much like
because Goth couldn't do Latios
at a functioning level.
That meant that you had no Latios checks. Period.
Like, it was baffling.
So, Clef dies, in comes, I think, Hydreigon kills Selly, you know, again, Latios cleans the game with Dragon Pulse. For some reason, he feels like, you know what, why not make it, why make it a 4 instead of a 3-0? So, bring in Landorus, because 2k instead of attacking your 10 HP Hydreigon.
Who needs differential, right?
And then, you know, you turn and kill it, but...
Everyone needs differential, Jay.
So,
I hope you learned from your mistakes, but you probably didn't, because this was the worst game I've ever seen.
Well, that's maybe a bit harsh, but it was pretty shit. So starting off, Jay started off pretty well, and Troy played some wacky plays, but then it all switched and it made a complete 360.
Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of Jay.
Coca-Cola. No, yeah, so both Wido, are there any other things to add? Bad sets or volley ground maps have been brought this game. Clefs sort of
really, I mean,
blast. Every game, I mean, every turn was almost in misplay.
Acting like a borderline mentally challenged person.
See, the thing is, obviously we're trying to be, you know, like somewhat, you know, like, how do you say that in English? Like somewhat like funny / you know, like bash thing, but like, you know,
we're
like
just trolling.
Like, obviously it sounds but like the thing is, it sounds, I think, super harsh. That's the thing. I think we sound too serious. I think we sound too serious. If so, I apologize on my behalf. No hate towards anyone, but some plays made me want to kill myself.
I hate on all of you.
Except Yost. I love Yost because he's the
homie. No, I hate Yost even more now.
Whoa. So,
yeah.
If you did, leave a like, follow me on Tinder, follow us.
Yes, please swipe right on Tinder. I am very...
What, Brett?
What?
Oh, you cut off.
Please follow me on Tinder, swipe right, I am very lonely.
Okay, follow us on YouTube. I actually uploaded a video for the first time in like 3 months. Check it out. It was a lit video. Check it out, of course, for more trash talking. Yeah, hopefully, I want Yost to win this season. I don't think it can happen, but I believe in Yost.
I'll see you all in hell.
Who do you want to win, actually?
Who do I want to win?
Yeah.
It's got to be my good buddy Zern.
Oh, XRN, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Zern's a good dude. He's a good friend of mine, and I believe in him. And he played very well against Yost.
Also, you know, massive shout out to my boy Ice for commissioning, as well as Jake M. from congrats on making majors. Ben is still a meme. He will always be a meme, and He will see you in semis, Omega. Just saying.
Shoutouts for Ice for letting me court his sister. Okay, bye.
Yeah, check us out and peace.